Hello, welcome to Living Your Dreams broadcast. My name is Benson Akhigbe. So good to connect with you and meet you through this medium, and Happy New Year. When we reach you through this program, we're looking at life, not just marriage, not just family, not just dating, but we're looking at life in comparison. Someone once said that life means living in freedom every day. So this program is about living in freedom every day. Okay, my job is beyond making marriages happen. It's beyond making sure that the family unit is a safe place to thrive, and building healthy, strong families, and making sure that the family unit is great. My job is about life. How do you maximize your portion, your allocation in life? How do you live and be healthy and be able to create a healthy society where life can happen in a healthy manner? So I'll be looking at dysfunctionality today. It is important to talk about dysfunctionality when we're starting a new year, because many people have already written their goals, and some have made what they call a New Year resolution. And sometimes we discover that when there is dysfunctionality, these things don't happen as we want to. Dysfunctionality just simply means that someone or something is operating dangerously. There are people around us, people around our society who are operating dangerously. They are not carrying guns, they are not harmful like someone would say. However, in your dealings with them, you discover that relating with them is very stressful. It can be a spouse, it can be a child, it can be a boss. Looking at that, how do we handle the issues of dysfunctionalities? And then I will also be looking at self-worth and God-worth as time will permit us. In life, God has created you and has put you in a relationship. Man is relational. God created you for relationship. God created man and put man in a garden. And if you remember, God kept coming to that garden to have relationship with man. However, he still said it is not good for man to be alone. Most times when we talk about it, we look at it from the standpoint, from the viewpoint of marriage. But it is much more than that. It just simply means that man is created and built for relationship. To know how to do relationship, not just romantic relationship, to know how to do relationship and enjoy the relationship God has created you for, you must deal with false beliefs. False beliefs will produce fears. And when you have fear, it will cripple your identity. It will strangulate your relationship, and you will not be able to experience the abundant life that God created you to experience. So what we will do in this broadcast is to provide, as it were, help you to unveil and transform the core beliefs that fuels negative emotions, thoughts, behaviors, so that you can develop your identity as a person. Once more, understand that once there are false beliefs anywhere, they will create fear. And once there is fear, it will affect emotion, affect thoughts, affect every aspect of your life. At the end of the day, it will destroy your relationship, and you're not able to enjoy the abundant life you were supposed to enjoy. We'll look at self-worth, the differences between self-worth and God's worth, and then we'll also now go and peel the onions to understand why some people function and perform dangerously when you're in relationship with them. Their relational approaches are always very dangerous. However, in life, you must be able to answer these questions if you do not want to operate dangerously. Question number one, who am I? It helps you to know who should come into your life, who should not be in your life. It helps you to know when you are not when you have become someone else. Number two, do I fit in here? Yes, you need to know if you fit into the relational context you have found yourself. So knowing who you are will help you answer, do I fit in here? So that you don't get into a relationship that is abusive, that is toxic, and somewhere down the line you begin regretting that you found yourself in this relationship. Sometimes relationship can be very, 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 very brutal, especially when betrayals have happened, when disappointments have happened, when people you held them to their words and they walked away. Not just romantic relationship. And so these things create some kind of beliefs in you that will make you treat any other person who comes into a relationship with you in a way that is dangerous. You will start performing dangerously. So we're asking you, why do you believe the things? What do you believe about yourself, about God, about others, and why do you believe those things? How many people are truly free? Do you understand what it means to be free? These and other matters are the issues that we would like to discuss in this particular broadcast. I will be, as the time goes on, as part of our conversation in this series that we started, I will be asking you the false beliefs that has crumpled the things you do. I will come back after this time out. Thank you. Hello, I'm Benson Akhigbe. I'm inviting you to a soul transformation workshop called Unbound that will help you release every pain that has been stored in your soul, either because of the bad things that happened to you or the things that you were supposed to get legitimately that you couldn't get because someone that you love was absent, whether your mother or your father or anybody found himself absent. This is a workshop that will help you bring relational order into your life. A workshop that will help you deal with pain decisively, handle relationships skillfully, move into the future expectantly. I desire to be emotionally free, to be everything God has created me to be. Come to Unbound Workshop. The venue is number 5 Orebeni Street, off Adenya Road, off Ihama Road, Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria. And the date is from the 18th to the 20th of February 2021. And the time is 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily. This is a workshop that will help you reset, reform, transform, and move on through the waters of 2021. See you there. Having said all of that, welcome. So we have started a new conversation altogether. I want you to listen to some of these things. I said that when there are false beliefs will create fears. And when you have fear, it will affect every other thing. So the first fear we want to look at is the fear of exposure. The fear of exposure just simply says, what is wrong with me? Many people feel that there is something wrong with being themselves. You want to be like every other person. You want to be another person but yourself. What is wrong with being me? That's when people are struggling with accepting, knowing, and as it were, feeling who they are. It began with the fall of man. The moment you're wrestling with what you know about yourself, you are fighting with it, that there is a fight inside you. There is this storm. Some people sit down, they don't have inner peace because they are quarreling with their core identity. I don't like myself. I don't like who I am. I want to be someone else. The things you know about yourself, say, at that point, you are not free. People are afraid, are quarreling. There is this constant war going on inside, feeling, accepting who you are. It started with the fall of man. The moment God asked Adam that question, Adam, where are you? It wasn't a question of inquiry. God was not really trying to find out where Adam was. He was trying to say, Adam, stop. Can't you remember who you are, Adam? You are my son. Can't you remember who you are? God wanted Adam to come to self-realization, self-awareness, where he say, where am I? Who am I? Why? Instead, Adam began hiding. There are many people who are actually hiding from where they are. In this 2021, many of us need to stand up and ask ourselves, where am I? Who am I? There are some places where you see yourself. There are some places, there are some bed when you wake up from those beds, there are some meetings. You should ask yourself those questions. Who am I? Where am I? By the time you ask yourself, these are not questions saying, it's not that you're suffering from amnesia. No, you're not suffering from amnesia when you're asking yourself this kind of question. It's a question of self-realization. When you understand that the things you're battling to buy, the things you're battling to be, the association you're fighting so much to be a part of has nothing to do with your core identity, and it destroys your core beliefs. These are questions you need to ask yourself. And may I say, Adam, instead of asking, coming to that place of self-realization and self-acceptance, oh my God, I have goofed, I need to stand up from this place and then make a new choice. He started hiding many times. People are hiding from their true selves. Many times people are living, many of us are living in denial, inability to accept, to come to a self-realization. So you try to use things to try to cover the core things that you are. You try to use fashion. Fashion is good. You try to use people. However way you look at it, from the fall of man, the moment Adam realized he was naked, that is his shortcomings, his mistakes, his failures, the times he failed and he experienced rejection, Adam himself immediately, he came into fear, he came into shame, and he hid himself. See, still in normal situations, the moment, just imagine you come out from the bathroom and the towel falls out from your body, the automatic thing that happens is shame and fear, and you hide. When people discover they have made mistakes in life, they discover that they have failed and they're experiencing rejection, the natural tendency is fear, shame, and begin to hide your true self. So many of us have so hidden our true self that we can't even remember where we have hidden them. We have hidden ourselves until we now have lost boys, lost girls. The boy and the girl is completely lost. I pray today that every lost boy, every lost girl will come into full realization. We have lost husbands, we have lost wives. We have people who have been buried in their mistakes. We have people who have not realized that I made a mistake. That is not me. I can't continue to repeat the error. I can stand up and move back to who I am. This is a great time to stop hiding. Stop hiding from your past. Stop hiding in shame. You need to come out and begin to define yourself properly. Ladies and gentlemen, as I have this broadcast at this particular point in time, this is burning in my heart. May I ask you, do you think you're hiding? And if you're hiding, what are you hiding behind? I remember Saul in the Bible, when he was told that he was the king. As tall as he was hiding behind things that couldn't hide him. Just like Adam was trying to hide behind fig trees. Oh, some people are trying to hide behind drugs. Some people are trying to hide behind cultism. The actual thing actually is that you are battling with something that is much, much bigger than the cult. Now you are in the cult thinking that the cult will solve the problem, and the problem has still not been solved. You're still hiding. Someone once said, you have everything, you're still lonely. I always say in my broadcast that things will never do for you what God is supposed to do. Things will not do for you. There are core things that when they are not put in place, you will hide. There are woundedness. There are absenteeism. Listen, pain feels the same whether they are legitimate or illegitimate. The same way, when something that is supposed to be part and parcel of your core identity was not there at the time where you're growing, you're going to discover that you'll find yourself hiding. I will be back after this time out. Thank you. Hello, I'm Benson Akhigbe. I'm inviting you to a soul transformation workshop called Unbound that will help you release every pain that has been stored in your soul, either because of the bad things that have happened to you or the things that you were supposed to get legitimately that you couldn't get because someone that you love was absent, whether your mother or your father or anybody found himself absent. This is a workshop that will help you bring relational order into your life. A workshop that will help you deal with pain decisively, handle relationships skillfully, move into the future expectantly. I desire to be emotionally free, to be everything God has created me to be. Come to Unbound Workshop. The venue is number 5 Orebani Street, off Adenya Road, off Ihama Road, Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria. And the date is from the 18th to the 20th of February 2021. And the time is 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily. This is a workshop that will help you reset, reform, transform, and move on through the waters of 2021. See you there. All right, welcome back. I was talking about hiding, and I was also talking about what people have been hiding behind. When I do this broadcast, I put it back on your laps to think, because ability to think will stop you from stinking. An unexamined life is not worth living. And sometimes the conscience might be too hard. The conscience might just be too hard, and we could look at, we try to numb the pain that life is, as when the conscience is biting so hard. We try to numb the voice of the conscience. Talking about hiding, let's look at another thing. How people define their self-worth is actually the problem with the root causes of dysfunctionality. The moment the definition is wrong, every other thing that will go with it is wrong. For instance, when you define your self-worth, self-worth means your value. Self-worth means ability to make sense in life. Self-worth means your worth. What's the worth of this wristwatch? What's the worth of this wristwatch? Now, compare this wristwatch to a human being. What's the worth? You can't. It's in fact, is an embarrassment to try to compare a common wristwatch, no matter how expensive the wristwatch is, no matter who made it, to compare it with a human being. The value, the worth of one soul is worth the life of God. So a human being and a wristwatch, or a human being and a weave-on, or a human being and a car, to put them on a scale to try to compare is an embarrassment to destiny. So if you define your worth as what my performance, what I do, you take what you do, and then other people's opinion of what you do. If you put this together and tell yourself that your worth in life is based on what other people think, and your sense of value, your sense of identity is based on performance. If you define your self-worth like that, it will destroy life, and it will cause you to be performing, to be functioning dangerously. You will be functioning dangerously. You know why? Because if what you do is not okay, and the opinion of men about you is not okay, or your followership on social media reduces, and you do not have a lot of people clicking like on your post, you will have a problem. That problem is what I mean functioning dangerously. So the people around you, you're going to impact on them because you'll be struggling with your sense of value. So you say, they said I am not good, therefore I am not good. I have not performed well, therefore I am not good. You must be able to separate who you are from what you do. You must separate who you are from what you have. These things are very important. Your self-worth is not determined by your performance or people's opinion about you, so that you don't struggle and function dangerously and become harmful to your children, to your wife, to your society, to the community that you're a part of. It means that relating with you will be very difficult. Not only will it be difficult, it will look like passing a human being through the eye of the needle. Who is the person who will want to pass through the eye of a needle to be able to build a connection? So you see that some of the prayers that you have prayed, what has hindered that prayer is the false belief that your worth is equivalent to people's opinion of you and your performance. Let's go to a healthier equation. Your self-worth is actually God's truth about you, not necessarily your performance or what people say about you. Because the Bible says, thou shalt know the truth. And it is only the truth that you have known that you can use to exchange the core beliefs, the core relational beliefs that are lies. And when those relational beliefs are changed, you will now be able to function better in a society. Your connection and your community will be easier. There are some people, when you call them, they won't pick the phone. And when you call them regularly, it's not that they don't want to pick your phone, but relationship with you is stressful, very stressful. You seem to have a very narrow-minded approach to life. You take very little things and make them so ambiguous that it becomes difficult to be a part of your life. May I say to you, as we begin to round off our broadcast, and I pray for you, there is so much that you are. And you know how you discover it? It is in the context of your relationship with God. In the context of your relationship with God, you are a man of value. You're a man of excellence. You are in this world to make sense. Today, I pray for you. The hand of the Lord is upon you. Favors upon your feet. You won't function dangerously. You will function in a healthy manner. You will fulfill destiny. You will change nations. I curse every sickness and disease hovering around your life. I declare that even though there have been prophecies about this year, but this year will color and decorate you. You will look back to yesterday and say 2021 is the best year that I've ever experienced. I pray for one under having kidney issues. I pray the healing power of God over kidney issues. I bless your families with the best of God in Jesus' precious name. Amen.